Hey go guys, how's it going? Let me try this again. I don't want to talk about what just happened. This is the second attempt of me trying to record this, so let's try this again, shall we? Hey guys, what's up? This is back with no video. This is going to be my review of Finn Balor's For Everyone DVD. Let's get this on the way, shall we? First off, first off, this DVD went into it. This DVD is had a method to it. It had talking points, and then it was a matches, then talking points, then matches, and talking points. It followed that method, which I was a big fan of. Because sometimes I'm a big fan of it, sometimes I'm not. This one worked for me because the things that they were talking about in between the matches were good transitions into the next match, if that makes any sense. Like for instance, I'm gonna read the talking points here. So first off, we had wait a minute, let's do this, shall we? First off, we had Finn Balor talking points about Finn Balor was talking from his early career in Japan to starting in NXT, which transitioned into his match against Hideo Itami. The match itself against Hideo Itami from NXT TV from February 2015. Pretty good stuff. Good solid match. It wasn't. My only problem with the match was My only problem with the match was I didn't think it was the grab your attention match that it needed to be for the first match on the Best of DVD. I was hoping for something a little bit better. Not saying the match was bad or anything. I just felt like it should have had a match where I think Finn Balor had plenty of NXT matches. I just feel like they should have had a match where, to grab my attention more, to grab the attention more on the very first match. Like, oh my god, this is the Best of DVD. I better watch, better tune in. It was solid stuff. It was a solid TV match, but it wasn't like a banger, awesome, match between these two. Great to see Hideo Itami make an appearance, though. Awesome stuff. Then we transitioned from Hideo Itami to Neville. Finn Balor talked about Neville and his relationship and how they met and all that stuff, and how Neville made it to WWE, and then he followed him soon after. And a funny story about Finn Balor saying that him and Neville were in a swimming pool, a hot tub in Japan, and Neville said he was going to go to, and he was going to try this WWE thing, and Finn Balor said, I'll come and join you eventually, but he's got a couple of things to do. And then that's exactly what happened. Sorry, I can't get comfy, my ribs are hurting. That's why the camera seems to shake. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the shaky camera. Anyway, yeah, so that transitioned into the Neville match, which happened at NXT TakeOver Rival, 2 weeks after the Hideo Itami match. This was a fine match, too. This was a really good match, too. It was to set up the winner. The winner would get a title shot at Kevin Owens. I think I might be getting that right around that timeline. So Finn Balor wins and gets the title shot. I think I've seen this match before. I think it's on the Best of Finn Balor Superstar DVD. Those like DVDs that you get like the Best of John Cena, the Best of Roman Reigns, the Best of thing, and you get 3 matches on. Like, yeah, that I think I've seen that on the Finn Balor one before, so pretty cool stuff. Anyway, the next one where it transitioned, the talking point, that was fine. The talking point went from the championship homecoming, which was Finn Balor talking about his, going back to Japan and how special it felt going back to Japan for NXT, for the Beast in the East event over July 4th weekend in 2015, and him taking on Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship Beast in the East. Unfortunately, I didn't watch this match because I've got the event on DVD, and I'd like to review it one day. So that's going to be a case for some of the matches on here. I didn't watch some of the matches on here because they're pay-per-view, main roster pay-per-view matches, and I'd like to watch the pay-per-view and give my thoughts on the pay-per-view one day. So, yeah. That's why. So excuse me if there's not any If I don't, I think I've explained it. I think I've explained it, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, what I remember that Kevin Owens match, I seem to enjoy it, but I'll give my thoughts on that match in given time when I review Beast in the East one day. Anyway, enough about that. We have the next match. It went straight to the next match. We have not FTR, Samoa Joe and Finn Balor versus the Revival from Takeover Respect. This is a match that I've never seen before because I've seen the final of this, just the Dusty Classic, the Dusty Tournament, the first Dusty Tournament. I've seen the final, which was on the Best of NXT Volume 1 DVD, or Blu-ray, whatever, when it was Samoa Joe and Finn Balor versus Corbin and Rhino. But this was really fun stuff, Revival working over Finn Balor's leg, and Finn Balor and Joe eventually getting the win, but then Finn Balor and Finn Balor going into the finals injured. It was fun. It was fun stuff. Fun stuff right there. Funny seeing. It's weird calling the FTR the Revival because I'm so used to calling them FTR now. So when they called them the Revival, it was like, oh my god, it's so weird to write that down. So that was it was decent stuff right there. Then it transitioned into another talking point. We had a momentous moment where Finn Balor talks about Samoa Joe, his feud with Samoa Joe, where Samoa Joe turned on him, their matches at takeovers, and leading to NXT live event match where Samoa Joe took the NXT Championship from him, which transitioned very nicely into the NXT live event match. This was hard to watch because it was a house show. It was basically an NXT house show, so it wasn't filmed properly. Like it wasn't filmed like it didn't have like great camera work and all that stuff. So I had trouble watching this. It was a memorable moment with Samoa Joe winning the title, but I probably won't go back and watch this match because it was very hard to watch with the camera work and all that stuff. So yes, that was alright. Then we had Raw's newest superstar, Finn Balor. Finn Balor, he talked about getting drafted to Monday Night Raw in 2016 draft. His first night on Raw, and end up facing Roman Reigns in the main event. And speaking of that match, this was the next match on the card. So transitioned perfectly. I thought it was pretty good. It was a pretty good, decent TV match. And Finn Balor, it was a good, nice push for Finn Balor. The push of the new star pushed him over Roman Reigns and got a chance to face Seth Rollins in one of the main events at SummerSlam. So that was pretty nice, awesome stuff. I liked that match. It was good stuff. Then it transitioned into talking about the injury at SummerSlam and the whole revolvement around SummerSlam 2016. Pretty scary injury, and that led to the match at SummerSlam 2016. I'm not going to review this one because it's a pay-per-view match, main roster pay-per-view, and I hope to review that pay-per-view one day. So I hope you understand. That's the last match on disc 1, and then we're on disc 2. We had a dream match where Finn Balor talks about his dream match with AJ Styles, and then we get the match at AJ Styles with TLC. Again, I didn't watch this match because it was a pay-per-view match, so sorry about that. Then he talks about the club getting back together, him and Gallows and Anderson getting back together for the club from Japan, Bullet Club and all that stuff. And then they have a tag team match on Raw. It was them against Jason Jordan, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. Pretty decent main event. It was alright. Not too much to write home about. It was fine. I understand why it was on this DVD because it was him teaming up with the Good Brothers. I get why they did that. Then he talks about actually having a match at WrestleMania against Finn Balor and The Miz. Finally being able to get on the WrestleMania stage and all that stuff. And then that transitions into the next match, which was I'm saying transitions a lot, by the way. I don't know if you noticed. Then it transitions into the next match, which was from the 30th of April 2018, Raw match against Seth Rollins. It's Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, guys. I don't need to tell you about this. They had a great match, and Seth won with the curb stomp. This is around the time when Seth was putting on banger after banger when it came to great matches. So yeah, this is no different. Awesome stuff. Then we had the Summerslam Redemption, where he goes back to the same arena that he got injured at and all that stuff. Conveniently, they missed out the Bray Wyatt stuff. Probably a good idea, that 2017 feud. Then he transitions into the next match, which was him versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. The night after SummerSlam 2018, where he finally got his Universal Championship rematch for the championship, because he never got his match for the championship when he came back from injury. So it was a good match. It was more of a setup to get to Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman for Hell in a Cell 2018. And less say about that, the better, right? But it was a good match while it lasted. Then it went to Balor Club comes to Blackpool, where he talks about his match with Jordan Devlin and the surroundings of the match against Jordan Devlin, the NXT TakeOver UK Blackpool, which leads to that match. And I've never seen this match, and it was pretty good stuff. Him and Jordan Devlin, they kind of looked similar, and it was kind of funny because they both look similar. So, and they had a really good match, and the UK crowd appreciated Finn Balor. Good stuff right there in Blackpool. That was pretty good stuff. Then we moved into the next talking point, which was David versus Goliath, where he talked about his match with Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. I'm missing one. Sorry, guys. That's the next part. We had another match where it was the fatal four-way match to determine who would face Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. It was John Cena, Drew McIntyre, Corbin, and Finn Balor. Awesome stuff. I just accidentally gave away the result. Sorry, guys. It was fine. This is where they did the injury storyline to take Cena out, and then Cena put him over, which was very great for Cena to do. Cena putting the guy over, putting Finn Balor made him look great. Going into the match against Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble. Speaking of Brock Lesnar, here we go. David versus Goliath talking point, where he talks about his match with Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. And then we get the match at the Royal Rumble, which I'm not going to review here because I'm going to wait until I review the pay-per-view to hear my thoughts on that. Maybe one day. Then he gets to talk about the Demon. The Demon, what it means to him, all that stuff. Yeah, it's some good stuff right there. Then it leads to his match against Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 35. Again, didn't watch this match because I want to review it when I review the pay-per-view. And then we have a match against Ali, or Mustafa Ali, whatever you want to call him, from SmackDown from 18th of April 2019. It was weird seeing Finn Balor on SmackDown. I knew he was on SmackDown because that's when I knew when he took on The Fiend. But this was around the time when Finn wasn't really doing anything on SmackDown. Wasn't really doing anything. He was the Intercontinental Champion. He was just he didn't feel like he was doing anything. He just kind of like lost in the shovel. But him versus Ali, it was pretty fine. It was a good, decent match. And that's where the matches end. The last match on the DVD was this. Which was pretty close to when this got released. I think this was released in like October 2019, and that was in April 2019. So pretty cool stuff right there. It was pretty fine. And then we have the last talking point was Finn Balor talking about his future, and it was the usual what he wants to achieve in the future and all that stuff. And that's how the DVD ends. So I thought it was pretty decent stuff. Sorry that I didn't review all of it because, I don't know how to review some of it. Like most of the time, I'm so used to reviewing pay-per-views. This was kind of it boggled my mind for a lot of this. How I was going to approach this review. Thank you, Beatdown Bunny, by the way, for suggesting this. I thought it was pretty decent. I don't know if I'm going to score it or not. It was a really fun time. I definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Finn Balor. And so hopefully, guys, hopefully next time, it'll be a while. Hopefully, I'm going to say this right now. If I do another suggestion, whatever, I'm only going to do pay-per-views from now on, suggestion-wise, because I feel more comfortable doing pay-per-views than I do best ofs. But this was fine. I liked it. I thought it was okay. And that's all for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if I deserve one. Probably not after this. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment and tell me what you thought below. And I'll see you again next time.